I'm ready to go home and do the work. Say hi.
Now I'm going to show you something that is going to totally blow your rocks off.
Hello. Hi. How are you?
Look at all the people here tonight.
Hey, where are the white women at? Let's get focused in here, boys. Everybody focusing in here now. Hey, guys. Oh, big gulp, sir. All right. I'll be talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem, turn off your station. Yes.
Big bucks. Big money.
You're excited. Feel these nipples.
No yelling on the bus.
Hello, everybody. It's Wednesday. Welcome to Under the Bus Network.
Yeah, Ellie. Nice job, honey.
Good job, Ellie. Where's your deadbeat father?
Yeah.
He's over there?
We like you more than we like him. So can you hang
Yeah,
out
you
with-
stay and do the show with us.
Yeah.
It'll be better.
We're going to talk about how Pantera is the best band of all time tonight. Do you agree?
No.
No.
Yeah.
In between Paramore and Anthrax.
You like Pantera more than Anthrax?
No, Paramore.
Oh, Paramore.
Paramore.
Oh.
You say Paramore and Anthrax?
Yes.
Look at that.
I like it. I like
That's
it.
some wide musical taste right there, Ellie. Good job. You're being raised right.
Yes. We question your dad at times, but sometimes he does a good job. So
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Your
We
mom
don't
does
give him
better.
too much credit. Yeah, I think your mom does the best.
Yeah,
Best
you get
job.
your intelligence from your mom.
Definitely.
I learned Paramore from my mom.
Good.
There you go,
Well,
see?
they're a good band. Good singer, right?
Awesome.
So what do you think, Ellie? There's 28,000 people in the world watching right now. Is there anything that you want to say to them? No?
I don't know.
What's your sign say?
Yeah, can you show us?
UTB.
UTB?
But backward. But
Don't have-
backwards because
So
Yeah, we don't
when
have
we
the
see
budget
it,
to get her an actual T-shirt.
we'll get you a T-shirt, all right, Ellie? But when we see it, it says under like UTB, the normal way, so you're good to go.
You're good. It looks right the way we see it.
Yeah,
to me, I'm looking at it and it says it backwards.
right. Yeah, it's weird.
That will do that.
Yeah, like when Uncle Jimmy is on, he always looks backwards, just like everything. He's just a weird guy, right? Yeah. How's your brother doing?
Good.
Good. Can you tell him that we all say hi when you go downstairs? Because right now there's 38,000 people watching us. It's a lot of people. They come here to watch your dad, though. That's why they come, right? Because he's the most handsome guy here. So
This is one of the moments where I can actually say, "Hi, Ellie," and it means something.
did you know that's like a joke we say? We always say hi, Ellie. Did you know that? We do it all the time.
I never knew that.
No?
Yeah, that's because your father doesn't tell you anything. He doesn't listen.
How dare you?
That's because it usually happens when she's sleeping and it's after a curse word.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you curse all the time.
Clip that for the public school system.
Do what dad says. No, not as he does, right? Isn't that the don't do what he says? I don't know. Yeah, I screw up all the time too, Ellie. So
You say
Okay,
Mao
Ellie.
Zedong? Is that what you just said?
Mao Zedong. Yeah, we're gonna talk about communism tonight, everyone.
Poor Ellie.
Chiang Kai-shek as well.
She got pulled into it.
I know.
Now she's not going to give up the mic. Look at Jay's giving up. He's like, "That's it. I'm done."
Ellie, are you playing any sports now?
No, but I'm coaching Killian in T-ball.
How's he doing? Is he doing well?
Awesome. He had his first game on Tuesday.
And how did you?
Awesome.
You're coaching him?
Yep.
If he goes 0 for 2 with strikeouts on 6 straight swings, will you bench him?
What?
That happened to my son, Brody. We had to have a talking last week, and he's done a lot better since. I threatened his life. But he's doing well.
Uh-oh, she's getting the hook.
Keeping the mic.
Okay, you keep the mic.
She's keeping the mic.
Good.
Look, you've unleashed the monster now, Jay.
Ellie, can you see the chat? Ellie, can you see people like sending messages in?
Yeah.
Because everyone's saying hi, Ellie.
Hello.
It's pretty cool.
Hello.
And my mommy's here tonight, Ellie. She says hi, Ellie.
Hello.
Yeah.
All right.
I do like the sign, Ellie. That was a nice job. Creative.
Thank you.
Well done.
Hi.
And also your mom says hi, Ellie.
Your mom says hi.
Hello, mommy.
Oh, yeah. Mommy's in there.
Her sister was a witch.
Go ahead. Recite the whole thing.
Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess. The Wicked Witch of the East, bro. I'm going to stab him. You're going to look at me and you're going to tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong? She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, Doug. Grow up, bro. Grow up. Get educated.
Nice.
Well done, Ellie. Can you recite some Gravity Falls too?
I don't know.
I think we should talk about Gravity Falls for a little bit, Ellie. Isn't that the best show ever?
I don't know.
You don't know? I love it. That's my favorite.
8 minutes into the show, this is the best show you've ever done.
Definitely. Hands down.
Ellie's a star.
All right. Good. Say anything else?
Good night. Goodbye.
Bye, Ellie.
Bye, Ellie.
Bye.
Thank you, me a kiss. Love you.
All right. What are we doing the next hour and 50 minutes?
Wait for the bus. Shama.
Love you, kiddo.
That's all.
Where's the oh, wrong button. I'm
There we
glad
go.
Glad nobody hit this this icon while she was on there.
Yeah, well, I hope she wasn't watching the graphics. I'm like, oh, there's a big penis on the graphics. CPS on the other line.
Now the show gets worse.
All good. All good. How you doing, Jay?
Doing all right, man. How you boys doing?
Good.
Oh, looking for a job.
Anything good on the horizon, Paul?
One of my ex-bosses got a new job, so if he was the guy that was chasing me to come here for a couple of years, so maybe he'll have an opening soon somewhere, and who knows? All I can do is, it's really like any other business. It's really who you know and networking and all that stuff. So we'll see.
Sure.
Doing the best I can right now. It's a tough time. A lot of the companies, if you were to look up radio headlines, a lot of the companies are going through bankruptcy, reorganization, and cutting their executive suites and downsizing. And, you know, I picked a terrible career. A great job.
Used to be a great career, right?
Yeah, no, it's a great job. The industry is just a nightmare. It's a mess right now because it's being run by venture capitalists instead of people that know how to do radio.
It sucks.
Because it was valuable at one time, and then they bought it and ran it into the ground.
Yeah.
Like any other great company. You've seen that happen a bunch of times. How many guitar companies were doing great, and they get swallowed up by a big corporation? I mean, Fender when CBS bought them, Gibson when Norland bought them.
Yep.
Kiesel.
Yeah, well, Kiesel was, well, yeah, as soon as his fucking dopey son took over.
I mean, that's my point. You know, when you got somebody that doesn't know what they're doing, they go the Las Vegas Raiders. You know, you got an idiot running the place. Things are going to go wrong. So there are a lot of those people in executive positions. Said the unemployed guy desperately begging for a job. Please hire me, you jerk. Not the brightest idea in the world.
Oh, man.
And Ovation.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ovation. Plastic guitars, everybody.
We have something that we got to plug tonight. Everybody is familiar with Mike Balls, right? Trying to find it real quick.
Mike Balls.
Early.
Balls.
Mike Balls. And I can't. All right. So Mike Ball's brother is in a band. Their EP comes out in 2 days, comes out April 17th. So this Friday. I probably should have found out more information.
Ellie was more prepared for the show than we are.
Yeah, definitely was. So what we're gonna do is right now, I'm just gonna put their Instagram link in the chat. Their album comes out Friday. Next week on the show, and we get Kurt back in the fold as well. You know, maybe when it's on Spotify, I hope it's on fucking Spotify. Maybe we'll play some clips. But I heard it. Their bassist Ray Baca sent it to me a couple weeks ago to check out, and it's really fucking good. They have the singer from
12 Foot Ninja.
Thank you, Brian, because I would have totally forgotten that. Like you said, I'm totally unprepared for tonight. So 12 Foot Ninja singer is on, I think 5 of the songs, maybe
5 of the 6 songs. Yep.
Yeah, and it's really fucking good.
He sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah,
it's happening a lot more now in rock too, where you're getting a lot more of this crossover stuff like they've been doing in Top 40 forever, where guest spots and duets and all that stuff is starting to become a little more prevalent, which can be a bonus for a lot of people.
Yeah, because I mean they didn't have a singer at all, and I guess they've been working hard writing this music and putting it out, and finally they're like, well, fuck it, we'll just get somebody that's awesome to sing on these shits, because I don't want to put words in their mouth or anything else in their mouths. Well, maybe, but I don't know if there's any plans on touring or even live shows. I don't know. But when it comes to a point like that, like, fuck it, let's just get somebody that rules, to come in and put some really good vocals down.
Lucky his label let him do it.
No, oh yeah, well that's a good. Well, I think a lot of, because Paul, I don't know if you know, but the last Gizmachi album that came out in 2021, right, Brian? 2021.
Yes.
We had Bjorn Strid from Soilwork, do vocals on the album, and oh yeah, Mitch Malloy was available.
Shocker.
But I don't know if he had to clear anything. I don't know if nowadays when guys are doing that, they kind of maybe they have that in their contract, or they try to get it in their contract where, but I think it can only help. I mean, it's kind of like extra, I don't want to say extra advertising, but hey, I'm on this album. Maybe even if it's 2 fans that all of a sudden find out about me from nobody. So
yes
Absolutely.
And no. I mean, if you've got a current project out and then you lay vocals on another record and that record pops and your project doesn't,
yeah,
then it's, because like not to get too deep into the weeds of the business, but a lot of radio stations have a hard time playing 2 songs with the same singer on it, in their new rotations.
Yeah.
That's why bands like Shinedown put out a new song every 6 or 8 weeks so they can keep their material fresh out there. But if Brent were to sing on somebody else's record, that would stagger their own project. So it's a combination of trying to get the record company to let you do it and making sure that you don't C-block your own project.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So with this, it's called, the band's name is Machines Within, and the EP is called Fractured Paradigm.
Brian knows more about it than I do, obviously.
I listened
I just heard it.
Listen to all 6 songs. So the singer of 12 Foot Ninja, he left the band. So then they are now in hiatus / like they basically broke up after their 3rd album came out. So he is a free agent, basically. So I thought it was a really good idea to have him sing, and his fucking vocals is on point. So good. And he does some like more guttural, like evil shit, which he doesn't do on 12 Foot Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Real good. Real good stuff. But also the music's the shit. The guitar tone, fuck yeah. That's like the thing that I like the most. So,
And Ray Baca is here, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Player. Yeah. Fun thing about Ray is back in 2004, I believe, we had a tour with Mushroom Head in the Midwest. At the time, we weren't signed or anything, but it was a good opportunity. And Gilmore, our bass player, was going to school to become an electrician. And there was something going on that week, like the test for his book or whatever the heck it is. He could not get out of that test or whatever it was he had to go to. So he was like, I can't do the tour. So Ray, do you know exactly how long you had to prepare to do this tour with us? Because it wasn't a lot of time. And he came out with us and nailed it. Like, he did a phenomenal fucking job. And, I'll forever be indebted to him for that, because if it wasn't for him saying, hey, I'll fucking do it, we wouldn't have been able to have that experience.
Did he use a pick with the bass, or does he do fingers? Like,
Ray is a fucking beast of a bass player. He really is, like, phenomenal bass player. So
that's great.
Yeah.
Maybe
back in the day, if he had 2 practices, yeah. Maybe if he had Gilmore killed or something or murdered, we probably would have got Ray in the band, But
so again, getting back to Machines Within, comes out on Friday. Fractured Paradigm EP. 5 of the 6 songs is the singer from 12 Foot Ninja fucking rules, and the other song, I believe Balls was explaining, the drummer, I guess, found this or as a friend of his, and he sang on that song, and he did a pretty good job.
It's oh my God, Ray. What's the band? They're from New York. They're a hardcore band from New York. I can't remember now.
Jojo Siwa.
That's it.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah. But they recorded it at Nada Studio. That's we did a couple EPs there before we got signed and everything. And John Aquario, who's an awesome dude, he did a great job. Dissolve, there you go. Did a great job. Like, it sounds fucking really, really good.
Is that where you did Melee?
I think so. Maybe, probably. I think so. Dude, I can't remember. My brain is like fried right now. I don't know what's going on.
Let's get Ellie back on.
Yeah, please. Jesus Christ. So, Ray, you guys can tune in next week and we'll play some clips and, we'll get you guys hopefully a little bit of traction. Hold on, somebody's running up the stairs right now.
Ray, it's really good shit.
Get out of here.
Okay.
Ellie, all right, Killian, say hi.
So this is like a...
No, just got better.
It's just a takeover. I love it.
Hold on.
Nice.
Neptune buddy.
Nice. Well done. Well done, Ellie.
Here comes the belt.
My man, Pots and Pans. What's going on?
So it's like a Neptune buddy.
It's Neptune?
Talking to the microphone.
It's like a Neptune buddy. They're called celestial buddies.
Oh, okay. So is that an ice giant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Looks like you punched him in the face. He's got like a blue eye.
It's a black one.
Did you see that
blue in the light?
Yeah. Did you see the astronauts went around the moon last week?
No.
No, you didn't see that?
No.
It was fake.
Tell your dad he's crazy.
It's fake, apparently. It is fake.
It's fake.
Here, take that.
No. Me.
All right. You guys going to bed? Okay. Whoa, dude, my water.
Uh-oh.
His water.
Yeah, I know. Where's my straw? There it is.
It disappeared.
Disappeared.
The straw disappeared.
Yeah. All right, it's pandemonium up here right now.
It is.
Disappeared.
It is. Oh, we have Mike Balls is in attendance, and Brother Balls is here too.
Oh, Tom back. We'll give you guys a better plug next week. We'll play some clips. I figure maybe it's better off like when it's out, we can really I'll put the link in the chat again. Everybody, even if you're not a huge metal fan, just go subscribe to these guys. They're really good dudes.
Yep.
And they should be really proud of the thing they have, the EP they have coming out in 2 days' time.
Tom, it's awesome. Good shit, man. Well done. Guitar tone's awesome. Favorite part of the album.
Yeah, I was joking with Ray too after I was listening to it. I was like, dude, is it too late to put a guest solo in there? And he's like, oh man, you know, maybe the next. I'm like, dude, I was, you know, obviously it would have been cool, but like I was, you know, tongue in cheek, because it's like it's that good where like I wouldn't mind you know. Come on.
Yeah, and I send my music, I send over to Jay, it just goes silent, and then he's like, I never want to play on that thing. So that's a big compliment for you guys.
I told you I'd fucking do a solo for it, didn't I?
Good night.
Yeah, it's like charity, like pro boner.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking charge you.
No, you're just doing it because you feel bad for me. Like, I love Brian. He's the man. His music sucks. Let me play a solo on it.
Brian.
Pro boner.
Ellie, can you give me like something to clean the water up, please?
As that's going on, I have a bone to pick with Paul.
Uh-oh.
Paul, you really agitated me the other day when I read a comment.
Uh-oh.
I want to bring it up if I may.
Go ahead.
If I may. So we have a little thread here with Kurt, who's not here tonight, if you guys haven't noticed. He's soaking, the usual. And then so it's Kurt, Paul, Jay, and I. And Jay said we're gonna have a Metal Whams Day for this week with Paul. I'm like, hell yeah. So then Paul has the audacity. Paul has the audacity to say, ready for my shots fired moment for Wednesday? And he wrote, Pantera is overrated. So yeah. Paul, you and I are we're gonna have a fight. Can you elaborate a bit on why you think Pantera is overrated?
The first 3 albums are shit. Because you don't even have the first 3 albums, do you?
Oh, you mean like the 80s, the shit like
the Terry Glaze stuff is garbage.
Okay. Yes,
and
terrible.
And I'm anything after Far Beyond Driven, I thought was garbage. I thought they were burnt out. I think that Cowboys was a nice introduction, although I saw them get blown off the stage. I saw them get blown off the stage by Wrathchild America along with Testament on that tour. They weren't that great live. Vulgar is obviously a document unto itself. Far Beyond Driven, they've got 2 great albums in their entire catalog. They just happened to be the band that was carrying the flag during a time when there was no metal. So they get a huge boost for that, a massive boost for that. But they were never an arena headlining band. They were always like a theater band or, you know, second stage headliner, that kind of deal. They were never a headlining band, but they get a ton of juice because they were the only band doing what they were doing during the time that metal was kind of in the shitter. So I think they're overrated.
Interesting.
We're gonna have to pick this up in a second. You guys can continue to argue. Get this dog out of here.
Yeah. Before he pees on the floor. God damn it. See ya. All right. What's your thoughts? So I'll start with Dimebag Daryl. What's your thoughts on him as a guitarist?
I mean, obviously he's a phenomenal player. His tone is a little bit too compressed sometimes, but he's obviously a fantastic player. I don't think Vinnie Paul is a stellar drummer. I think he's a great drummer. I don't think he's as stellar as everybody makes him up to be. You know, they've got and I will say this, Anselmo's a better singer than he's a lot like Corey Taylor. Anselmo's a better singer than he's ever been really allowed to do on the records. Like Cemetery Gates, he actually sings on that record.
That whole album.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he has a lot of fucking great vocals on the first album. Then he blew his throat out, and plus, I think when Vulgar was coming out, I think they intentionally moved away from his over the top 80s melodic vocals.
Yeah, because power metal was almost like that Malice record you were playing the other night.
Yeah. Fucking Genie's like, what is this? Like, it's actually pretty good.
So yeah, I'm not saying, that's one of the things that people hear when I say that I think they're overrated. They hear Pantera as bad. They're not bad. They're just not the legend exceeds the reality, which is fine. Again, how many times have we talked on the show about you love what you love, and that's great. I think they're overrated. That said, I own everything, including the Terry Glaze shit. I own it all.
Well, they were the heaviest band to ever go number one, which is a fucking huge feat.
And
I think the first two,
and during a time when you had to sell records to go number one.
Yeah.
Not when you could sell 20,000 records and that was the number one record in the country. Like, you actually had to sell a lot of records.
And again, a lot of it is like, for instance, 84, right? It went up against fucking Thriller.
Right.
So nothing was going to hit number one while Thriller was in the, in the spotlight.
Yeah.
So obviously that's something. I don't know what albums were, coming out or had just come out when Far Beyond Driven came out. But again, I'll put Vulgar against any goddamn heavy metal album. Is like, I know we're not discussing how good the band is. We're discussing the popularity and how big they were. But I saw Pantera at the fucking Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie, New York, and it was fucking packed. Like, they had a point, man, where they were fucking, it wasn't a stadium, but the Mid-Hudson Civic Center, I don't know how many people fit in that motherfucker, but it was packed.
They are a band, I think, that whose cult following a lot like Motorhead. Motorhead's not a big band, has never been a big band in the United States.
No.
Ever. Been around, 50 years. Can't sell out a club. They nail it in Europe. And Pantera is kind of like that, where the legend is their fan base, a lot like Slayer. Their fan base is so big, so vocal that they get there's like this legend about them. It's like the fishtail that's been told how many different times about how amazing they are.
Mm-hmm.
That said, Vulgar is a moment. And I like Far Beyond Driven too. But then, like before, I think Cowboys was a transitional record. They didn't quite know where they wanted to be yet. But that sound, that heavy compressed guitar sound was something.
No, I think, like, when I listen to Cowboys, I'm like, holy shit, this thing, like, it's ahead of its time just because it's so heavy, but yet it still has those 80s vocals in there. And
like Anthrax, like what Belladonna's in Anthrax.
Yeah, you're right. But like the heavy guttural stuff, that he was doing. Obviously when he got to Vulgar, it got more, just fucking mean.
Yep.
But Paul, I'm kind of with you though, and Brian and I don't want to say disagree on this because he got into Pantera a little later, so it's understandable how, usually it is the first album that you hear from a band. That's the one that's your favorite because it popped your cherry, right? But I think even when Far Beyond Driven came out, like, I listen back to that album now, and in my opinion, I think a lot of it is the lyrical content. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like a lot of the shit that he's singing about on that album, and it's straight ahead fucking just heavy vocals. And then after that, I think his voice just completely just started progressively shit in the bed,
Yeah, I don't think Pantera did anything that Anthrax didn't do before them. Because I think that the Anthrax guitar sound, that compressed guitar sound, was done better by Ian and Spitz. The sound, the tone of it. But there wasn't a guitar hero during that period. So Dime got to be that guy.
Yeah.
And they were eminently likable.
You're right.
Because they had the party attitude of those 80s bands that all got pushed to the side. They had a big party attitude while playing brutally heavy music.
Yeah, you are right.
But they were all about the drinking and the partying and all that stuff that kind of comes, that's the biggest parallel that I would put with Eddie and Alex Van Halen, which is something that everybody likes to do you know, the Abbott brothers and the Van Halen brothers because of the whole guitar drum thing, and because they were such big fans.
Yeah, and they wore it on their sleeve. I think it's one thing. Like, it never came across that Vinny and Dime were fake, or, you know, obviously you can make the argument that they went from hair metal, because I think Paul,
they did.
You and I have talked about this, I think, back on Johnny's channel about Pantera, where if the internet was around when like Cowboys and Vulgar came out, and all of a sudden all these pictures came out of them from like a few years earlier with their hair all teased up and the fucking tassels and, you know, all that shit, they probably would have been called posers. You know, I mean, it's possible that might have been the case, but man, I think Pantera gets a lot of credit too, because when the grunge shit was hitting and a lot of the heavier bands, like we mentioned Anthrax, right? They went away from belladonna and the thrash metal and went more towards like grunge metal, almost, you could call some of that stuff. It wasn't that typical. They like forgot their sound when they went with John Bush. A lot of those metal bands weren't playing metal anymore, and Pantera got heavier. They were like, "Fuck this! Like, we're getting heavier. We don't give a fuck." And I think a lot of their fans and other fans respected them for that. You know.
Yeah, I just think again, it's when you hear overrated, people hear bad, and that's not what I'm saying. I just think that there are a lot of bands that are overrated, you know. But when you say Pantera, that's like telling people Slayer are overrated. Slayer's not overrated. Slayer are underrated. Slayer's as heavy as you need to get.
Yeah,
I mean, as much as I like Strapping Young Lad, I think it's a little much.
Yes, it's
it's a little much.
Production with Strapping Young Lad and a lot of the Devin Townsend stuff. It's like so much shit.
Yeah. Yep.
It's like everything is just in your fucking ears. You know, it's like,
and he doesn't take a breath.
Yeah. Yep.
Unless you're listening to Devin's solo stuff. Like, his solo stuff can be depending on what drugs he's on at the time. And that's not a joke. That's the guy's bipolar. So like he will go off his meds and make an extreme metal record. And then when he's lucid and has his stuff together, he'll put out these beautiful, sonic, ethereal, magical sounding records. But Strapping Young Lad, you want brutal, there's brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Agreed.
That's taking what Slayer did to the next level.
So Paul, for me, because my first album I really got into with Pantera was The Great Southern Trendkill. So in '96, I love that album. Like, to this day is my favorite Pantera album. Because it's fucking brutal. But I'm going to say this because Pantera is one of my favorite bands of all time. And I'll say this, like, Dimebag Daryl to me is what like Eddie Van Halen is to like the generation before me. Like, I don't think there's a better guitarist to me than Dime, because he can play sick leads, amazing solos, and the riffs he wrote was just fucking amazing. But also I will say, like, okay, I get what you're saying. You're not saying that Pantera is bad. You're just thinking they're a little overrated. And your point, actually, I kind of agree with it. They didn't sell out arenas. That's not who they were. So, you know what? I'm going to take it back. I'm not mad at you. Actually,
and I want to let's point something out too. His guitar work on Planet Caravan, on their cover of Planet Caravan, is better than Iommi's guitar work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Their version of Planet Caravan, the jazz phrasing that he's putting in at the end of that record, the tone and the touch. That's one of the things that Daryl had that I don't think Tremonti has, and some of these other guys that are great guitar players. I don't think they have the touch of the dynamics that Daryl had. One of the things that, I mean, he loved to play. That part, I don't think is deniable. He loved to play. And look, I'm one of the few people that likes the Damage Plan record.
I like it too.
I like the Damage Plan. I got a demo of that record before it came out.
Save Me is fucking good.
Yeah. Right? There are a couple of good songs on that record. Mm-hmm. But it was at that point, you know, they never had a chance. It's like Van Halen 3 with Sharon.
Yeah, I know. Good luck.
You never had a chance. Good luck trying to follow up your band after Pantera.
Yeah.
Nothing you can do there.
Paul and Brian, can I play devil's advocate real quick?
Sure, go ahead.
So, because I almost feel like Brian right here, like overrated Pantera. I feel like the fact that they played such heavy metal and got as big as they got, I think that is a feat that, I mean, obviously we'll never see something like that again just because of the music industry and just technology and everything that goes along with it. But I mean, just the fact that that band reached the popularity that they hit playing that kind of music, I think is like, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like,
welcome Metallica.
Well, Metallica had to slow it down as well to get to that. Well, the crossover. I mean, not, you know, again, no metal band will ever fucking, you know, hit that popularity that they did after the Black Album. But I'm just saying, it seems like Metallica obviously had to kind of, you know, bring it in a little bit, focus more on just the songwriting, the melodies, and just, you know, whatever, production. Whereas Pantera was like, we're going to fucking kill. And, you know, I respect the shit out of that.
Fuck yeah. When Metallica dropped the Black Album, and again, I was 10 when it came out, so I don't really remember it. But just seeing all the interviews, like Slayer, they're like, what the fuck is this? And Kerry King said after he listened to the album, he threw it out. He's like, this is garbage.
I know.
Right? And then Pantera, like Phil and Dime, like they weren't shitting on it. They're just like, okay, like we are going to have to carry metal now. Like we're going to make Vulgar heavier. And we're going to do it. And then we're going to take Far Beyond Driven. We're going to go even heavier than that. Like we are going to do the exact opposite of what Metallica is doing.
Yeah.
And if you go to a football game right now or any sporting event, you always hear Walk. Always.
Yeah.
That
You watch
said-
hockey. Yep.
That said, Walk is their most generic, just simple metal riff. It's their sad but true.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know, so that's, I mean, you can play a million miles an hour and, you know, have a tough time filling a club on a Tuesday night, or you can slow it down a bit and write a song. And by the way, again, I think that a lot of people overlook Cemetery Gates for the composition that it was. There's Cemetery Gates is their Fade to Black.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. It's a phenomenal song. It's a song. It's not a band being thrashy. It's like somebody sat down and went, hey, we're going to write a song. And it's pretty good. And 5 minutes alone. And I mean, there are a bunch of songs.
This Love.
They can write songs. That's the difference between Pantera and a lot of these other bands. Maybe, you know, again, their first 3 albums were generic hair metal.
Mm-hmm.
But there were songs on those records. There were hooks on those records.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. You know what's the shit about This Love? You know, the like middle riff and the outro.
Bridge riff,
two
dude.
notes. It's two
I
fucking
think
notes.
you're talking about that. See, Pantera is one of those bands. And I remember like when I bought Cowboys from Hell and Vulgar Display of Power, there was riffs where I was like, I remember like just thinking to myself the first time I heard them, like, holy crap. Like the fucking Regular People Conceit. Like when that shit kicked, I was just like blown away. I'm like, how old was I? Fucking 15, 16 or some shit. Listening to those riffs for the first time, like, oh my God, this is awesome stuff. You know? But yeah, I mean, Dimebag is definitely one of those 5-tool players, as Caleb likes to say. He had obviously the lead playing. He had the rhythm playing. He fucking wrote the music. He had the fucking look, the charisma. Like he had everything you want in a guitar player. And, you know, it's the shit. It sucks.
And let's not discount the fact that they were the last MTV band. They were the last MTV metal band.
Metal.
All those, you know, clips of them at, you know, their strip bar and backstage and throwing beers at each other. And, you know, they were a transitional time. While everybody else was glamming it up, they went the other way.
Yeah.
And MTV loved it because the Abbott brothers were interesting. Phil's not interesting.
No.
But the
Unless
Abbott
he's talking
brothers.
about boxing.
I'm sorry.
Unless he's talking about boxing, I don't really have anything.
Yeah, he's not an interesting cat.
Yeah.
But Dime and Vinny, Dime was a child. We had Dime tattooing people at a radio station that I worked at in Boston.
Really?
Yeah, tattooing in Massachusetts used to be illegal. So somebody brought their gear up, and Dime was sitting at the radio station in the studio, and listeners were showing up, and he was drawing pictures on them and shit with tattoo.
Cock and balls. Cock and balls on your fucking arm.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He was a child. He was a man child. He was like Zach Wilde. Zach Wilde, same thing. That's why they were so tight. It's because they were both famous from the time they were teenagers.
But also, like, when Vulgar came out, wasn't Dime like 21? Like, he was young.
He was a kid.
Like he literally was a kid. Like, he was very young, writing some of the best riffs of all time. But I'll say this right now too, like from the Great Southern Trendkill, the underground in America, halfway through that song, it's fucking sick. Then how it like leads into Sandblasted Skin. Every time I hear that and that riff just kicks in, I get goosebumps every time.
Credit the producers though, because the tone, you can get that tone in an amp in your room, but to capture that on tape, and not just, I'm not just talking about the guitars, talking about, the frequencies, the bass and the guitar and the drums all there's only so much room that you can put all that shit in. And as compressed as Pantera's music was, credit to the guys twisting the knobs.
Well, I think I've mentioned this, Brian, in the group thread chat about a lot of times as a producer or an engineer or whatever, when a band brings, especially a young band that hasn't really, recorded a big record or any record at all, and they bring their gear in, and, Dime was using a fucking solid state amp, and the tone is just, anybody else brings that amp in, you're like, dude, what are we doing? You're using that fucking thing? Like, I have this Marshall, I have this fucking Mesa, I got this fucking 50. You have all this gear. So for Terry Date to say, all right, we're gonna, for him to have the ear to say, you know what? That's a fucking unique guitar tone. This dude is nailing it. We're gonna make this work. And that signature tone, not many bands have a signature tone anymore because everyone's using the same shit, and it just sucks, that there's no uniqueness really in music anymore.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's everything has been done.
I know. So where do you go from there?
You better write a good song. Because
mumble rap, I guess.
Because look, Angus Young doesn't use a whole lot of processing.
Nope. And
he gets that SG sound, even though
you can tell it's him though, man. Isn't it funny?
You can tell it's him because it's in the fingers.
Yep.
There are certain guys, you hear them play immediately, it's in their fingers. There are very few people that sound like Eddie Van Halen, that sound exactly like Eddie Van Halen.
Yep.
That's something you got to train yourself to do. If you can't do it with an acoustic guitar, you can't do it.
I guess that was my problem. I always hated playing acoustic.
Me too.
Yeah. Randall, Laney, all these other M companies, that's all Dime. There were guys using Laney before him, but Randall, Laney, what's the Crank?
Yeah, I remember the dude. Crank was getting popular when we did Ozfest in 2005, and a couple of the bands were using Crank amps. Dude, they were blowing left and right. Like the guys from Crank were there, like at some of these Ozfest shows, either fixing the amps or bringing them new ones. They were blowing up all the fucking time, and I think that's why they ended up going under, because they were like, fucking making it. I guess we're making a shitty product here. Because I think Soilwork was using them. Who the fuck else? There was like 3 bands or something on Ozfest, maybe even 4, that were using these things, and they were just always fucking blowing up, dying. Couldn't handle it. So
Christopher Lifestyle, disagree. Because you have all these new metal bands that are still around, and it's been 20 years, and they're still huge.
You know, as much as we played Korn as a joke originally, we did.
I know. We talked about this.
Blind as a joke. There are, you know, a half a dozen of those new metal bands that are worth a shit, and the rest of them you can toss out. But I mean, Limp Bizkit wrote great songs. Korn on the first couple of albums wrote great songs. Rage Against the Machine wrote great songs. You know, if you want to talk about when they talk about big three, big four, that kind of thing. I mean, Limp Bizkit, Korn, Rage Against the Machine. I think you're done. I think you've got the new metal.
Who else you got in there, Beesman?
For new metal?
Yeah.
Deftones' first two albums were new metal, and after that they weren't.
Mm-hmm.
But Deftones are, and I know Paul's not a fan, but they're one
of my
favorites.
Whispery vocals.
Yeah.
Well, that first album has a lot of straight ahead metal fucking influence, you know?
It definitely does.
Yeah. Some people try to call Godsmack new metal, but they're not.
They're not. I don't know if you consider Seven Dust new metal, but Seven Dust is the fucking shit. They've been awesome always.
Yeah, Seven Dust is one of my favorite bands. And for whatever reason, they just never have had that hit. They've never had the one that's connected with people. I can't figure it out.
So
because they have
funny story about for Stained. I don't know if I mentioned this. Like 3 weeks ago, I go to the car wash, and literally the vehicle, there's a Mercedes right in front of me.
Mercedes.
Mike Mushak gets out of the car in front of me, and I'm like, that's a fucking guitarist of Stained getting his car washed right there. About to go like talk to him. Plus that guy's tiny. He's like 5'7". I was like, what? I was about to talk to him, and the guy from the gym, I saw that, and I started talking to him, but I was like, can you go away? I want to talk to this guitarist of Stained. It was pretty cool.
The guy, yeah, you're about to go talk to him, and this other guy comes over. You're like, I got fuck.
Yeah.
I believe that both Mike and Aaron used to come see us play in Fitchburg. When that band used to play at a place called Club 490 in Fitchburg.
Right? And that dude's tiny, right?
Yeah, they're tiny.
Holy shit.
Aaron used to be really thin. He's not anymore.
No, he's not. Then Brody, I was like, hey, Brody, I just saw the guitarist Sustained, and I told him the name. He's like, oh, yeah, like Mikey. And I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, his son goes to AOF, Avon Old Farms school in the next town. He's like, oh, yeah, I hang out with him. I'm like,
really?
You're not going to tell me? I'm like, well, what are we doing here? So
the guys are going to have a little dinner date.
I don't know.
You want to go to Mikey's house? I'll drop you off. I'll drive you.
I made the mistake of trying to use that to try and get an in with Joey Kramer from Aerosmith. They were doing their book signing in Memphis, and we were just standing there waiting to do the break, the interview break. And I told him that my little brother used to hang around with his daughter, and he took it the wrong way. I'm like, no, they used to ride dirt bikes down at Miles Standish. Like they were riding quads and shit. Like he didn't hang around with your daughter. They were all a group of people.
Well, I can understand how he would take that. Like, what do you fucking mean?
Yeah, no, I was like, yeah, my little brother used to hang around with your daughter down at Miles Standish. He did not like that, but he's a little crabby to begin with.
Beesman's not 5'8".
Jimmy, good to see Jimmy here. Jimmy has turned me on to some Ugandan midget porn lately. So if you guys want, let me know. I'll put it in the chat. So thanks, Jimmy, for that shit.
Wow.
So Paul, getting back to overrated. What other bands do you feel are overrated minus Pantera?
What? Metal bands?
Yeah, or anyone like.
Well, I mean, I did an article years ago for a New York-based website talking about how Nirvana gets credit for something that Jane's Addiction did before them. The Nirvana's Nevermind obviously was a seminal moment, but 5 years before that, or 3 years before that, when Jane's Addiction put out their first record, people were not ready to deal with Perry Farrell and Dave Navarro kissing on stage. That was not going to go over. was not going to go over with people very well. So, yes, very special moment. So I think that underrated. I think bands like Jane's Addiction, who in the beginning again went through a stylistic change when they first started out. When Jane's Addiction and Soundgarden and a band called Warrior Soul, there was a whole there's the band. You what?
No, I love it. I love it. I've said it before. When you list like multiple bands, there's always one band in there. I'm like, is Paul making that band up?
Warrior Soul. I'm looking
at
keep
everybody on their fucking toes. You know, everybody's going to
real band.
Warrior Soul.
It's a real band.
I believe you. I'm just saying, it's funny.
Yeah, but there was a whole movement right before grunge happened. Even Saigon Kick was sort of in that realm.
Hey, they had some Alice in Chainsy vocals, boy.
Yeah, and a lot of harmonies and pop sensibilities too.
Yep.
Beeler's a good songwriter. And there was like a weird transitional period. Bands that I think that are super overrated: Firehouse, Danger,
Firehouse,
Harvey Danger.
That whole third wave of 80s hair bands. This is where Mancuda and I argue all the time.
Wait, did you say
a whole bunch of those bands
that is overrated?
Danger sucks.
Oh, Danger. I was like,
yeah, Danger sucks.
Harvey Danger blows.
Yeah.
No, Danger, and Trickster. I mean, there's a whole.
Trickster's got some bangers, man.
Yeah, I know. Give It to Me Good is a poppy. It's a guilty pleasure.
Putting on Trickster. There's like 5 songs. Let's be honest. But I love me some Firehouse. Those first 2 records, man. But I don't listen to fucking Love of a Lifetime. What's the other one? Treat Me Bad or Don't Treat Me, whatever the fuck that is. You know.
Yeah, I actually like Jet Boy. Somebody brought up Jet Boy in there.
Jet Boy.
You don't even know who they are, who do you?
No.
Yeah.
And I thought it was hard to find a band name nowadays.
Yeah, no, Jet Boy was from San Francisco, and moved down to LA. Lead singer had a huge mohawk.
Go back.
Mm-hmm. They're another band influenced by Hanoi Rocks.
Oh no! Go back to the Ghost one. Over fucking Ghost sucks. Like, how did anybody? I'm like Carrie King on that one.
Ghost is just him.
I'm like, what's all the hubbub? I got to check these guys out. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm telling you something. There's something about bands that either wear makeup or wear fucking masks or cover their identity that, like Sleep Token. The singer, I can't stand his fucking voice. Paul, remember the movie? With Stallone. What the fuck is it called?
Cobra.
Thank you. The bad guy in Cobra, the guy that looks like a Terminator.
Right.
Well, remember when he's a pig? Remember at the end of the movie, he's like talking. That's how the singer from Sleep Token sounds. Like, I just don't understand how these guys are like massive in the metal world.
Sleep Token is just, what do you get when you cross Linkin Park with Typo Negative?
Great drummer. I will give him that. Great drummer.
Yeah.
But I can't do it.
The band is they have a unique thing that I like, that I think is better than Ghost.
I'd rather listen to Sleep Token than Ghost.
I would rather listen to Sleep Token than Ghost. Ghost to me it reminds me of a band you may or may not remember. They're called His Infernal Majesty. Him.
No. Oh wait, Him?
Yeah.
I only knew them as Him. That's all I knew. Was his name Vin Vallo or Vic Vallo? What is it?
Vinny Vallo or whatever.
Yeah.
I heard he was a real loser.
Yeah, they that's what Ghost reminds me of. It's very, I don't get it. It's pop music wrapped in
dog shit. In shitty toilet paper. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think on the other hand, the underrated bands like Seven Dust, I think is a supremely underrated band. I don't understand that. Yeah, they signed a bad record deal, but that was 30 years ago, man. What's the excuse now? And I'm not blaming them. I don't understand why.
Signed a bad record deal 30 years ago.
You what?
Everybody signed a bad record deal 30 years ago.
So I I don't know what it is about Seven Dust that doesn't pop with people, because Lejeune, again, is a great example of a guy who can belt it out and also can sing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not disagreeing. I do, and Brian knows this. I love the album Animosity.
Yeah, album is fucking shit.
Yeah,
So
that's actually the only album I can listen to them almost front to back. There's a couple, in my opinion,
Shine should have been a hit,
but I can only
Shine
listen
is
to
one of the best songs they've ever written.
I can only listen to Animosity like once through. It's not like one of those albums I can put on repeat. I don't know if that's, to me, like, they're a band I put on every once in a while, but it's not like when I listen to fucking, Anthrax or Metallica, Van Halen, like certain bands that they're staples and you can listen to them all fucking day. I can't do that with
I'm that way with Primus.
Primus?
Yeah, Primus in small doses.
Yeah, you can. Yep, small doses of Primus. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, you can't. It's just too much. It's like listening to Frank Zappa.
Yeah,
you can't do it all day.
No.
the album Home from Seven Dust, the second album, front to back, amazing.
That's what's the big bopper on that album?
Rumblefish, Waffle, Denial.
Denial. That song is a banger.
It is.
There. Yeah.
Rumblefish fucking rules too. Great song. But Seasons is a great album. I'm sorry?
On the later record, Face to Face is a big one.
Yep, that's off Seasons. Yep.
I prefer Ass to Face myself, but
you had Jacket to Face.
Yes.
No, there's a lot of, like, Blackout the Sun's a really good album. They have a lot of amazing shit over the years. Wayno agreed. The production on Seasons is mad, but the songwriting is the fucking shit. But also, I want to bring this up. I love old Ghost, newer Ghost, not so much. But this song,
MySpace. Look at that.
This song claps cheeks. Fucking so good.
You got to be shitting me.
Sounds like a demo.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably a shitty copy, but yeah, that song is fucking.
Are you're serious right now?
I love that song. Yeah, they have some dope songs. They do. But some of the newer shit, the last two albums, especially the last one, isn't very good.
All right, everybody out there knows that there's certain songs or certain bands where you may not like them, but you can understand why people do. Right? Are we in agreement here?
Agreed.
It's like, yeah, I don't dig them, but I can see why they're popular or whatever. Ghost, like, I listen to that shit and I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? I don't get it.
Does nothing for me.
No, nothing at all, except for me wanting to hit the fucking stop button.
Yeah, it doesn't, like, it's one of those, kind of balls. It's one of those bands. I always say when I hear a band that I think is mediocre, they would never have gotten a record deal in 1987. We are at a point where that's what sells now. But could you put Ghost anywhere in the same category as a Pantera or an Anthrax or a right?
No,
like
not even close.
We've lowered the bar so far.
I just like that song. That song's the shit, and I always go back.
I'm not shitting on you. We have lowered the bar so far.
Beesman has lowered the bar so far.
I'm sorry, everyone. My bad.
Now.
No, it's just we're just at that point. Look, I still think Anthrax is underrated.
Paul, I'm with you.
I'm with you, Paul. And Testament, somebody put in that before the Testament was great. Yes.
I mean, I prefer Testament over Slayer, to be honest. Then look at those big jugs.
Better than Slayer.
Look at those big jugs on Breezeman's ads on the top right.
Yeah, there. I don't know that I want date without age boundaries. Relax.
What?
Settle down.
I got you.
Get an ad blocker. No, don't actually. Those are some
No,
fucking,
I know. I like it.
some heavy hangers.
This is
Settle
the shit
down.
right here. I don't give a fuck. This shit.
I said, get the fuck up.
Yeah.
Breakdown. That didn't have any guitar that low or bass.
And it's one note.
That just rhythmically, it's fucking just claps the cheeks.
No, but Beesman loves if there's an album with like just breakdown after breakdown, Beesman is in. Beesman's breakdown.
That's like the songs that I'm writing. They're all like there's breakdowns in every song because I just want to fucking bounce my head. You know, I want the blood to flow to the tip of my dome. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's what I want, guys. Just wanted to share with you.
He just wants that.
Look at that fucking hat. Look at that outfit he's wearing. Go back to that, Brian. He's got a fucking cowboy hat on, a t-shirt, black t-shirt with a tie.
Vinny.
And then he's got fucking basketball pants on.
I said, get the fuck up.
All right, I'm getting up.
How could you not be moving in the front two rows? I would be just throwing haymakers at motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
It's every band that has to go on after Seven Dust is screwed.
Absolutely. They're one of the best live bands of all time.
They're a fantastic band. I can't figure out why they're not big. Because they're not assholes either.
No, they're like the nicest guys on the planet.
I heard they're good dudes.
Yeah, they're like you think to yourself, well, they can't write a hit. Yeah, probably. Depending, I don't know who's not listening because they've got several songs that are phenomenal.
Yeah, and Tom, Mike Balls' brother, says,
Bueno, that's his strap, not a tie. You write what you want to write. You could. That's his strap, not a tie. You fucking idiot. You could have said that. I'm fine with it.
Wayno wants to make sure it's a family show.
what's the best about Vince Hornsby, the bassist of Seven Dust? That dude is like the best like entertainer. Like when he's playing something, like in between the note, he just points in the crowd. Like if he sees you, he's just like, "Fuck yeah!" Like yeah, like oh.
Well, the way he was playing that bass, like that's kind of like too much. All right, buddy. You know,
and
it's like he's not even plugged in the way he was fucking playing that either.
Speaking of underrated, Morgan Rose is one of the best drummers of like our generation. I feel he's fucking amazing. Paul,
he's Shannon Larkin good.
We got to separate though here between like when you say drummers of our like, you can't put them in with like jazz drummers and things like that. Even though some of these guys are great, they can play jazz as well. I don't know what he can play and what he can't play, but there is a difference. You know what I mean? Like if you want to say metal drummers, hard rock drummers, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Yeah, he's entertaining too. Like I said, he's Shannon Larkin good. He's the kind of guy that while he's playing, you don't realize how quick his wrists are and what he's doing because he's being so entertaining.
Yeah.
No, he is nasty.
They're a great band and they should be bigger. And that's got to be the worst thing to say to them. I can't understand why you guys aren't bigger. Like they haven't been hearing that for 30 fucking years.
So, Paul, I have a question for you from my boy Randall Price.
Yeah.
He says, is it normal for a rock radio station to not support their hometown acts? Atlanta rock radio has never supported bands like Seven Dust or Mastodon. Only Atlanta bands that ever got played, even on modern rock stations, were Collective Soul, Black Crowes, REM, etc. What's your thoughts?
There used to be a time when it mattered where you came from. I think it is sad when a hometown rock station doesn't support the hometown rock bands. I am spoiled because I grew up in Boston and WBCN and WAAF always played, local bands. I mean, WBCN was the reason why the Cars got a deal. Jay Giles Band, Extreme got played on WAAF. Godsmack got played on WAAF. So I always think that if a band, a local band from your town is putting out something good, I mean, it's got to be good to begin with. But yeah, you should absolutely support them. It is it is unfortunately all too common that radio stations don't support local bands.
Would it be politics? Would it be
I just think
jealousy? Like, oh, well, these guys. I mean,
no, there's no rhyme or reason to it. A lot of times, what do you call it? A lot of times, the program director of the radio station is not even from the city, so they don't even know. And their attitude is, well, it's just a local band. You know.
I sent it to Paul, but have you
about
watched
money at the end of the day?
Yeah, somebody pointed out that
I'll check that out. Thanks,
that
Wayne.
Scott Ian's wife is Meatloaf's daughter Pearl. You should pick up her record, Little Immaculate Life Fox. It's really good. She has a band called Pearl.
Scott Ian?
Have I? Yes.
And?
Super cool dude. He actually blogged about me ripping Vince Neil a new ass once on the air.
Did he?
Yeah, they were doing one of their tour blogs, because I had them in studio here in Sacramento 20-something years ago. And I got to sing Antisocial with them. We did Antisocial live on the air.
Wait, hold on a second. Was this with Bush, or was this when Belladonna had that short?
Bush.
Okay.
It was with Bush. When
We've Got Bush.
Yeah, what was the record? We've Come For You All.
Okay. Yeah, that's like 03. I think that came out.
Yeah.
03. Yeah.
He was doing a tour diary, and I guess I was ripping Vince Neil for being drunk. Because that story had just come out where he like passed out in an interview on like Rockline or something like that. And it was a story. And so while he was blogging, he was like, yeah, the guy on the radio station we're about to go to is just killing Vince Neil right now.
So that was prior to being
I got a
Vince
great
Neil.
picture of me with Scott at CBGB's somewhere where he just showed up. Like, Scott's one of those guys that just shows up everywhere. He's a social butterfly.
It's weird because when we saw him at the Chance in Poughkeepsie, and this is with Bush, like Jeannie caught, well, so Charlie Benanti threw a fucking drumstick out into the crowd. It hit our boy butt cheeks, Brendan Boyce, in the fucking head, and then fell between Jeannie's boobs, so she got it. So after the show is over, we go outside, and Anthrax's bus is out there, you know. Brian, you know how the Chance is set up. They have that little side parking lot that's cool.
Yep.
So the whole band is out there, sans Scott Ian. So we're talking to everybody in the band. Everybody's cool as shit. You know, Frank Bellows asking like, hey, you know, what'd you think of the set list tonight? You know, and I'm like, I would love more songs from Persistence of Time. Like, that's my favorite album from you guys.
Did you really say that to him?
Yeah. I didn't say it in like a dickhead way. Like, he asked, like, I think he might have asked, like, you know, are there any other, like, what songs, you know, would you want to maybe have, you know, whatever. And I told him, like, Persistence is my favorite album. Like, I would love to hear more from that. So he was cool.
Benante?
I don't remember talking to Charlie much. I think I just like shook his hand or something. John Bush was all right, but there was no fucking Scott Ian. So we end up talking to this dude, and he's super cool. And we're talking about Anthrax. We're just talking about whatever. And finally, I'm like, you know, hey, you know, Scott Ian's not out here. Like, you know, I said, my wife got Charlie's drumstick. You know, we got everybody's signature on it except for Scott. Like, you know, it kind of sucks that he's not out here. So he goes, well, I'll go see if I can do something about it. I'm actually Scott's brother. And we're like, oh, shit. So
Ian?
Huh?
Ian.
Ian. I like that, Brian. It took me a second there. So I'm thinking like Jeannie and I must have been pretty cool to like talk to this dude for a while and then have him go, you know what? I'll go see if I can get his signature, you know? So he brought the drumstick in, had him sign it, and came out, and he's like, yeah, he's on the phone dealing with business. But Randy Price mentioned something before Ian. Randy Price mentioned something before. According to Billy Milano, like, Scott's a fucking huge asshole. And I watched an interview with Scott Ian, or Charlie, guys, fucking losing it here, with Billy Milano, and he basically mentions like the same thing, like when they were on tour or playing shows with SOD, And, you know, even he hears like an Anthrax stuff, like he doesn't come off like the bus to sign autographs and like talk to the fans or anything. And I'm like, that sucks, you know? Because like, I understand, like, if you're in a fucking arena band, you know what I mean? You're not going to come out when there's 5,000 people that are ready to mob you. You know what I mean? It's a different animal when it gets to that point. But, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know what my blood alcohol level was. I just sent you a picture of me with Scotty at CBGB's. I was young.
Oh, hell yeah.
Chat, the group chat that I sent you guys.
Genocidal says, you guys listen to Violence?
Violence is all right.
That World in a World song, that song is the shit. If you get a chance, check out Black Cap Minor on Spotify. It was OJ's like solo cover album that he did years ago. I did the.
Who produced it?
I guess you could say I did. Well, it was just a weird project. Like he sent me all the like the MIDI for the drums that he programmed, and then he sent me the rhythm and bass guitar tracks. So I basically reprogrammed all the drums, kind of more along the lines of the songs that we did, and mixed everything. And then he actually came to South Carolina and we did his vocals. But we did I think it's the first track on that cover album is World in a World. And that song fucking cooks. So give it a listen. It's pretty cool. All right, Paul, let's pull this up real quick.
I was pretty hammered. This is downstairs at CBGB's.
Oh yeah.
Lit.
Are you on your knees, Paul?
No, he is. I'm definitely leaning down significantly though.
Yeah. Because he's like what, 5'6", 5'7".
He's a small fellow.
He's got strong eyebrows. You know, his eyebrow game is very strong.
Dude, before he like shaved his head and kind of like started with this look, you should have seen his eyebrows back in like Among the Living era when he had the long, like his shits were fucking not Pete Sampras level eyebrows, but
close.
They were getting there.
That's where they got the Among the Living name from, his eyebrows. They're like, oh my God, them shits are on fire.
Among the eyebrows.
He's a good dude. I don't think he likes people just coming up and introducing to himself. You know, like just talking to him like your buds.
Yeah.
But if he shows up and he's engaged, he's a good dude.
What show was that again?
This was Monster Magnet. Their the record after Dopes to Infinity. What was the record after that?
I don't fucking know.
I can tell you, I have it on the wall here somewhere. But Monster Magnet were playing upstairs.
What is going on?
At CBGB's. This is downstairs. If you go see where that wall is between where my head is, you can see like a wall coming down right above my left eye.
Yeah.
If you go to the right side of that, is back where you get the pizza. And then on the other side, where that kid is behind my friend Lee, that's where the TVs were and the semen-stained couches.
Jizz stained couch.
Oh no, CBGB's was a petri dish.
Literally a petri dish. Yeah.
Yeah, it was CBGB's was a dump.
Oh yeah, we'd play there. I'm trying to think how many times we played at CBGB's. Maybe 3.
So you know where I'm talking about downstairs then.
Yes, the fucking toilet that's just on a little pedestal and there's no fucking doors or anything.
Yeah, yeah. And you got the
take a mean shit at a show in that fucking bathroom.
You just stare at people,
dude.
No, it was who else was at the show? Chips Enough from Enough's Enough was at the show, and Mike Levine from Triumph. We're all. It was a radio. You know, it was a guy named Bill McGathy, who was a promoter. Had this convention, and he basically rented CBGB's for the night.
Right.
To do this showcase for Monster Magnet.
Look up what?
You just put the comment up there.
Oh, the bathroom?
Yeah, find a picture of the bathroom.
Well, there's
Paul's leaving.
as Paul's leaving.
I'm trying to figure out what the name of the Monster Magnet record was.
I have to show something here.
Power Trip. The Power Trip record.
Well, every time we played there, it was either a fucking Tuesday at 10 p.m.
Tuesday
or something. We literally be playing for the fucking bartender. You know what I mean? It was like so shitty.
And it was a tiny place too. That's the other thing. People, did you meet Hilly?
I don't fucking know. Maybe.
Did you meet the owner?
Maybe. Dude, it was such a long time ago.
Yeah, looked like a homeless guy, curly hair.
I don't fucking remember.
Yeah. Hilly never paid his rent.
Oh no?
No, that's why CBGB got closed down. He stopped paying his rent, and then they sold that land for developers. Because that whole area of the Bowery was a shithole.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the urban renewal that they tried to do, they basically, like every other slum in a big city that all of a sudden becomes gentrified.
Mm-hmm.
That became prime real estate. I'm like, are you kidding me? It's CBGB's. This place smells like vomit 24/7.
Yep.
It's true.
What a shithole.
It was a dump. Do you know what it stands for?
No.
Country Bluegrass Blues, CBGB's, and then OMFUG, because it's CBGB's and OMFUG, and other music for uplifting gormandizers.
Gormandizers?
A gormandizer is somebody who is a voracious consumer of all things, really. Somebody who's got passion for things.
Man, Paul's vernacular game is amazing. Ferocious.
He makes up band names. He makes up words like,
He's a thesaurus over here. I have to disagree.
There's no other word for thesaurus than thesaurus. You know that, right?
That's true.
Mm.
I disagree with this. This outro, and I think Jay would agree, is one of the best outros of all time. Yeah.
You know what the problem is, though, Bees? Every band has that riff. It's not.
This is
unique.
before every band had that riff, though.
Yeah, so it's not unique in any way, shape, or form. It's just a breakdown, and everybody does the da dun 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 da dun 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 da dun 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 da dun dun dun.
And Beesman's about to fucking kick his fucking computer desk.
Yeah, it's whatever it is.
I think we'll beat Brody again.
The hemoglobin is rushing to my penis right now as we speak with that fucking breakdown. That is
a perfect 79 riff in Warrior Soul. Warrior Soul was a good band. Warrior Soul had some good records, but the lead singer was a tool.
I looked it up. He is right. There's a band called Warrior Soul, and I'm going to listen to him later.
I looked it up. Yep, I have it in my Spotify all queued up. So, Sound the Siren says, what is your guys' opinion on the new Nevermore lineup? They had their first show a few weeks ago. Mike Ball showed me Nevermore years ago, and I always thought the music was phenomenal. Obviously, Jeff Loomis is a fucking monster. But what was the singer's name? I forget what his name was. Because they have some like River Dragon.
Tommy Nevermore.
Yeah, Tommy Nevermore. Like they have some fucking songs that are just top notch. But I always felt like the singer's melodies, like it's like, why are you hitting, like the melodies just they never sounded right to me. You know what I mean?
I think that's the problem with that band though, is there's something missing.
Yeah, good melodies. And I'm not saying that like River Dragon and what the fuck is the one song that I really like? Whatever. Warren Great Dame. Warren Dane. Warrell Dane, Mike Ball says.
Warren Zevon?
Yeah. So that was the thing lacking for me, was like good melodies consistently. You know, like what the fuck? Why is he hitting that note there? Like what? So the day the warning came from the floor, like this shit like that. Like, all right. You know, I always felt like if they had a different singer in that band, they would have been a lot bigger.
What do you think about
And that happens? You've heard of bands that get signed and they go, "We're signing you. You need a new singer."
Yeah. Take it or leave it.
That happened to Skid Row.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's why they got 16-year-old Sebastian or whatever the fuck he was at the time.
That's exactly why they got Sebastian. They were everything was going great except they didn't have the right singer. And
Dead Heart in a Dead World, hell yeah.
Doc McGee was like, "Get a better singer."
But I mean, that's the way it is, right? You got to have a singer, whether even if it's heavy metal, like somebody that sounds unique and just has a, like you talk about James Hetfield. There's the story that John Bush, you know, tried out for Metallica before Hetfield wanted to sing, and people think, "Oh man, imagine." Like, dude, who knows if we ever would have heard of Metallica if John Bush was the singer? Hetfield's voice, in my opinion, is the main reason why Metallica is as big as they are.
Before he started trying to sing.
Well, no, I'm talking about like Master, Justice, Black Album, Hetfield. Like that, it was almost like just like raspy velvet. Like it was smooth enough where the notes were right. His voice sounded nice and just great to the ears, but it's just, I always felt like Hetfield's voice is the reason.
I thought his vocals were awesome on Load and Reload. I really did. I thought he did a great job.
Oh, you're serious?
That was also before he started again trying to sing. When he started doing No Leaf Clover and he started to try and do a little bit and Low Man's Lyric, you know, that was the beginning of Hetfield, the artist.
Well, he blew his throat out doing what, like the Queen cover, didn't he, or something like that?
Won't Go Crazy.
Yeah, I think he maybe it was that song or a different song. He fucking blew his throat out.
There's something to be said for chemistry, and John Bush is the guy for Armored Saint.
Yeah,
Armored Saint sounds right because that's the right chemistry. He was all right in Anthrax. Like I liked him in Anthrax because I like John Bush as a singer. I think he's actually one of the more underrated vocalists in metal history. But with Armored Saint, that's where he belongs. That's that band. Another band that I think should be bigger, but never will be.
Yeah.
Paul, have you ever interviewed a band?
Hold on. We got to do a show with just you two, with you just asking Paul questions for fucking 2 hours. Because I don't want to be on. I just want to watch it.
Paul is an encyclopedia of information about music, and I love it. Have you ever interviewed a band or someone comes in and you're like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I have to talk to this fucking guy." And you're actually like, "Wow."
That probably happens more often than not, Brian. I would guess. That's my guess.
Well, yes, that's what I was saying. Like, and then after you're like, "Wow, that guy was pretty cool," or I maybe judged them a little like soon, like before I actually knew him, or you know, what's
your reputation precedes you, right?
Yeah, Mustaine. Mustaine I was reputed to be a complete asshole, and I've never had that experience with him.
He's been really cool with you, right?
I've never had a problem with Dave Mustaine, and I'm not trying to name drop, but you asked the question. There's been a couple of those guys that you know. Lars has never been an asshole to me either. So, you know, there's been guys that I think I've told you before. Like I told you, Bruce Dickinson wanted to be anywhere but there when we did the interview.
Yep.
There are some guys that you hear are going to be jerks. Look, Scott Stapp, I was told, was going to be a jerk, so I treated him like a jerk, and he handled it.
Yeah,
and he was great. So yeah, I mean that I have had guys that I've interviewed that I've gone, ugh.
Yeah,
I regret that. Because there's some guys you think are going to be great and they're not. They just give you yes or no answers.
Sure. Yeah.
And you can tell immediately when you get one of those guys, you're like, oh boy.
Yeah, I'm going to have to try to come up with something here to get them.
Well, if they look, there was an example was I forget who it was that did it. I think we talked about this before. There was an athlete that went on for on Super Bowl on Radio Row, and he wanted to be anywhere but there. So Dan Patrick was like, "All right, bye."
Good.
Like asked him one question. The guy was a complete douche to him, and Dan's like, "All right, see ya. Have a good Super Bowl."
Kind of like when Tyson was on Channel 9, and he's like, "What was the interview before McNeely? Or before the fight with Peter McNeely, I think." And the interviewer was like, "Mike, your what the hell did he say? Your anger or your whatever got you in trouble with Holyfield. How are you gonna like control that for with McNeely?" And he's like, "Fuck it, it's a fight." And he's like, "Mike, why do you have to talk like that?" And he's like, "I've talked the way I want to talk. You don't like it? Change the station." That's where I get the change the station on the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, "All right, we can end the interview now." And Mike's like, "That's right, fuck you," or so he fucking just goes nuts.
Oh, like when how about when Andrew Dice Clay was on CNN, and the guy asked him something. He goes, "Where are you getting your fucking background from?"
Running a gym. What the fuck?
What am I doing? Where do you get your fucking information?
Yep. And it's funny too, because when he takes his microphone off, I guess like the compression or whatever the fucking whatever the fuck it's called right now,
noise gate,
like the noise gate and everything, like all of a sudden it amplifies the microphone that he took off, I guess the lapel mic or whatever.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you hear him in the background like, "Fucking jerk off, asshole guy."
Yeah. Just like walking off.
Yeah.
I love it. Running a gym.
Where do you get your fucking information from? You hear people in the background. I think Dice did that on purpose.
Of course he did.
He wanted to like get back in because this is when he was kind of like, nobody gave a shit anymore.
Fun fact: Dice, excellent drummer.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Is he better than John Stamos?
Go ahead and pull up Andrew Dice Clay drummer. I bet you there's a video of it.
Sure, I'll check it out. John Stamos is a fucking dope ass drummer.
He's legit, huh?
Oh, absolutely. He's real good.
What was his band? What was his band called in the show?
The Greek god of, I don't know. I don't remember.
Becky, the taste of Aunt Becky's asshole. That's what the band name should have been. Fucking, you would have been selling out arenas.
That'd be awesome.
Do you remember when the show started an hour and a half ago and it was cute?
Yeah.
What?
It's like when the show started an hour and a half ago and it was cute with Ellie and her little sign.
Ellie starts it out. Now we're talking about Aunt Becky's asshole.
Oh boy.
This is Load and Reload. I think that is the best song on those two albums. Fixer.
Billy Burr can play drums.
Chessie and the Rippers. That's it. Yeah, fucking Fixer rules.
Well, there's Fixer and Bleeding Me. Those are the two.
They're both good.
Yeah, those are the best songs that they've written since the Black Album, in my opinion.
I'm more of a Metallica fan on those records than you are. But then again, I had to play the shit out of them.
On the newer stuff?
I think those records have tons of good music on them.
Oh, listen, I don't disagree. I always say that if they weren't Metallica records, I think I would probably, I don't know if I'd like them more because I probably would have never heard them, but it's just, my problem is I always compare to the best, so it's tough because you hear, and dude, they just came from the Black Album. You're like, wait a minute, you just put out the biggest heavy metal album ever in the universe. And now they're completely like, it's not metal anymore. It was hard for me to wrap my, let's see, Load came out in 94, correct? 94 or 95? 95.
95.
Or 96. When was it?
No, actually it is 96. It was 5 years later.
Yeah. So it was kind of hard for me to wrap my head around, like, what is going on? And I remember the first time listening through, and when I got to the last song on the album, which is, the fuck is it called? Like after that fade in intro, I was expecting it to like, okay, this is the last song on the album. They got to close with like speed metal, right? It's got to come. And it didn't. And it was just like, what the fuck?
Well, Until It Sleeps is one of my least favorite Metallica songs of all time.
Yeah, if I never heard that again, I'd be fine.
Yeah, I'm good with it. I don't find that to be, and that was what they led with. And I'm like, oh
yeah. Yep. And the fucking
boy.
promo shots with them in makeup and Lars and fucking Kirk being gee, you know, all over each other and stuff. It was like, and then Kirk got those fucking flame tattoos, remember? Above his fucking dick, on the sides of his dick. Dude.
I don't remember seeing his dong.
I didn't see his dong either, but he there's like promo shots of him wearing pants that are like low cut pants for chicks. And he's got these fucking flame tattoos, dude. Like, how many cocks are you sucking? You know what I mean? It's got to be a lot.
Allegedly.
Yeah,
How many are you? You know,
Ronnie's terrible, and Balls agrees that "Of Wolf and Man" is definitely the worst song on the Black Album. So,
yeah.
Definitely.
Had to remove a song from the Black Album.
It was that song.
That would be that song for me.
So, Paul, were you saying, like, do you like Hardwired or 72 Seasons or Death Magnetic? Do you like those albums?
I think Death Magnetic was good.
Yeah,
I think
agreed.
Death Magnetic was a ridiculous. I was like, I can't understand if they were capable of doing that, why they made records like they made, like Load, Reloaded. I mean, like, if they were capable of making Death Magnetic, why did Saint Anger come out the way it did? You know what I mean? Like
Saint Anger.
No, I mean, because Death Magnetic sounds like a Metallica record. It sounds like the next logical step from Justice.
If it only had better production, like it would.
Yeah,
it would,
if it weren't just jacked to the bejesus.
Yeah.
But that record, the songs on it are you know, the tone of it and the vibe of the record is a lot more like the classic Metallica that I love.
Yeah.
You know what cracks me up? People would always ask, like, why didn't you make like a Justice 2? And he's like, we didn't want to make Justice 2, but you made Black Album 2. You know, Load and Reload are basically, you know, a trajectory from the Black.
All right, we're gonna move on.
I don't get why Load and Reload get so much shit.
Because your fucking metal heroes weren't metal anymore. It's like country metal almost. If you want to put it in like a weird category.
I don't have the figures in front of me, but somewhere between 5 and 6 million people disagreed with you.
Probably much closer to 10 at this point.
Yeah, so those records are almost diamond. So unless one guy has 10 million copies of them in their basement, you know.
Yeah, well, Britney Spears sold millions of records too. It doesn't mean it's good. You know,
I get it. But this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. Dig what you dig. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's cool, but you can't negate it. I mean, it was, you know, Metallica's trajectory, downward trajectory. You can argue it, but I mean, there's like 7 singles on each one of those records.
Yeah.
They were all massive, and those tours were massive tours. And
it didn't affect their popularity one bit.
No, not until Saint Anger. And I happen to like Saint Anger for what it is.
It's got some good shit on it.
I put it on to laugh from time to time. Just to, like, you're in the car, you're like, yo, listen to this shit. You know, Jeannie will be like, oh my God. Like, she can't listen to it and find its comedic angles like I can. She's just like, I can't believe we're listening to this right now. It's like
the G.G. Allen record that I have. Why do I own that record? I'm never going to listen to it.
Right. I don't know if it was on here, Balls and I were talking about it, but when Metallica had that thing on MTV, the icons, and at the end they played Frantic, and it was like, fuck yeah, this song is the shit. Like, it was heavy. And then when you actually heard the album, like, oh my God. Like,
well, I'd rather listen to the second disc.
Yeah.
The second disc is way better than the actual album.
Yeah, that's like them playing in a room.
Yeah, just like a live rehearsal, playing the album live.
But I've said this before, guys. Remember when they're doing the vocals? So they're using the SM7B, and somebody's fucking stupid ass, I don't know if it's Hetfield or Rock, somebody says, try. They wanted to make it just as raw as possible. I can't even get this fucking thing off now. They took the fucking windscreen off of the SM7B and they have them singing. Now, I have a de-esser and shit going on, so it's probably covering up a lot of what I'm doing right now. But does it sound like just completely shrill? You know?
You sound worse than usual. Yeah.
Well, that's, but yeah, but watch videos of him tracking vocals for fucking that shit. He's singing on the SM7B without the windscreen. You need this fucker. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how music affects us so deeply? I was trying to explain to Ellie today. We were in the car.
I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to tell, Paul. You like music? What?
Nah.
How many rooms do you have with guitars in them?
Well, just the one, but they're everywhere.
Yeah.
They're all over here or in that closet behind me.
Yeah. So I love asking.
If you're coming to rob me, that's where they are.
Well, Paul, what's your address? So I always ask the kids sometimes if like a song is on, I'm like, what does this song make you feel? Or how do you feel when you hear this or listen to it or something? So I put on Hey You from Pink Floyd in the car. And then I put on like
Hey Ya by Outkast.
Fuck no.
Okay.
I put on whatchamacallit? Welcome to the Machine as well. Because those songs are like just, you feel, they make you feel just so different than, just the normal shit we listen to.
Welcome to the Machine is creepy.
It is. Yep. Especially with headphones on. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's creepy.
I can't wait till when Ellie or Killian go hang out with friends. They go somewhere and they come home and like all these guys are listening to some shit and you're going to be like, oh my God. And they're going to be into it. It's coming.
I know.
And I'm very excited to get that phone call.
You fucker. That's what friends are for.
Yes.
Yep. I know. Yeah, Shadows Falls cover of Welcome to the Machine is pretty good, But again, I mean, you're talking about just the original is just so good.
You know what's an underrated band? Just thinking of what Paul was saying before. Chimera. They're the shit.
I never really listened to a lot of them.
Yeah, I don't have a huge.
Yeah, now they're not allowed out, Brian. I
don't have a huge sample size of their music from which to draw.
Paul, did you ever interview Mastodon or Gojira?
No.
What's your thoughts on those guys?
Gojira got a nice kiss at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Mastodon is a little too sludgy stoner rock for me.
Okay.
It reminds me of Caius.
You're not a fan of Caius?
Just that it just doesn't move me.
Gotcha.
But Mastodon's all right. I mean, they have some. It's funny you mentioned Machine Head, or you played some Machine Head earlier. Yeah. Mastodon has a little Machine Head in them as well, where they can be proggy.
Definitely,
they can be proggy in their time signatures.
Have you ever listened to the album Crack the Sky?
Not the whole album.
Check it out. It is one of the best albums. They're phenomenal. I'm a huge Mastodon.
That's the one record that people love.
Yeah.
That
you got this.
Yeah, I know the video. But this is that. It's a little sludgy, but it's also got some prog in it too.
Definitely. So good. I have a man crush on Bron Daler. I met him. I came close to telling him I did. I had a man crush on him, but I didn't because I was with my son. I didn't want to embarrass him.
That's just what somebody wants to fucking hear. If I had somebody come up to me telling me that shit, like, oh my God.
You would want to make out with him.
Get me the fuck. Yeah, especially if it was you.
Here, take my jacket.
Yeah, put your jacket on the back of my chair.
It's funny, Mr. Perfect 79. Push Monkey was a cool band. If you don't know who that is.
We played with Push Monkey.
Oh, did you?
I believe it was our first time ever playing the Chance. We opened up for Push Monkey.
Was the singer a douche?
I honestly don't remember.
That was his reputation, as he was kind of a pompous prick.
Push Monkey.
But I actually liked that Push Monkey record a lot. And the trumpet, I thought the trumpet was cool.
You know what? I think I had to go to work right after we played. I just started working for IBM like 2 weeks before then. And at the time, my manager, his name was Doug Maston. He had this mustache, dude, was fucking unbelievable. Thick, white, like it just went straight across, dude. We call him like Doug Mustache, you know.
You're like Paul Sr. from Orange County Choppers?
Yeah. Well, no, it was bigger than that. It was crazy. So anyway, I remember the first time like actually talking to him in his office. Like I thought everything was cool. And I said something about like, oh yeah, because it was our first time like meeting him in his office. Like went into his office for a meeting. And I fucking told him something like, oh, by the way, you know, I'm in a band and, you know, we play shows from time to time. And he looked at me like, what? Because I was working night shift. You know, I worked fucking night shift. I worked 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. So, you know, I had to start taking off for shows and he was like pissed. And I was like, well, I have a show on the 20, I think like January 21st or whatever the fuck it was. And he's like, well, what time can you be here? And I was like, well, I think we go on around. He's like, no, what time can you, like, he didn't even want to fucking talk about it. He's like, no, what time can you be here? And I was like, you know, fucking 9, 10, whatever the fuck it was. But yeah, Push Monkey. Crazy shit. I have the ticket stub somewhere, I'm sure.
They had a couple albums out. Their second one was called El Biche.
El Biche?
Yeah. Yeah, but the one with the red cover and the yellow writing on the front of it, the Push Monkey record. There's some good stuff on that. Caught My Mind is good. I think it's called Hand Slide is another really good song. That's a good record. I saw them at the House of Blues in New Orleans. I didn't get a chance to meet them, but I had heard somebody had told me that the lead singer was kind of a pompous dude, which I think is sad because I like the band and I don't want the guy to be a dick.
What's going on, Ryan?
What's up, Ryan?
Man, those were the days, dude, when like the only thing that mattered was playing a show.
I miss playing out a lot. I miss it a ton.
I do like Crazy Licks.
Yeah.
See, it's weird, Paul. Like I used to miss it. Like Jeannie and I would go to shows and stuff, and like I'd see a band on stage, and I'd be like, "Oh man, like I want to go up there so bad." Like I missed it, and now like I have zero interest at all now of like going to play live.
I think I just miss creating with the boys more than anything. You know, getting into the studio because we had a rehearsal studio that was within walking distance of the apartment. Mm-hmm. So we literally would go to work Monday through Thursday was like serious rehearsal time. Friday was casual jam time when we would be, you know, your girlfriends and friends were allowed to come up and hang out. And then Saturdays and Sundays, we ended up there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes, that's a lot of the fun of it is literally that aspect, especially when you're a band with people that you like or love. You know, I love all the dudes in Gizmachi.
Yeah.
You know,
making music was a good time.
Jeannie just sent this to me. So she look at this shit. Godsmack. January 22nd, 1999.
Push Monkey headlining over Godsmack, huh?
Isn't that insane?
Did Godsmack, did their first album come out at that time? I think it was a little later, right? Like in the spring?
Dude, $7.
Seven.
Split
between 5 bands or 4 bands.
Man. Yeah, we played it like, look, it just says Gizmach. It doesn't even say Gizmachi. They fucking couldn't fit it on there.
Gizpacho.
Gizmach.
Well, they had to get 2 spaces between spinning and images.
Yeah. And dude, this is the day. These are the days of like having to sell tickets. Like if you sold, I forget what Mike, do you remember the rule? I'm sure Sean does. But like they give you like 50 tickets, and basically you had to buy the tickets.
That's pay to play.
Pay to play. And if you sold them, then you made money. If you didn't sell them, guess what? Now you fucking ate it. It was it was a fucking nightmare doing that shit, dude.
Yeah, pay to play sucked.
Yep. $7 fucking bucks.
It's still pay to play at some places. Like
Yeah,
if you want to play the whiskey in LA, you can still play there. You just have to pay to play.
Yep. So we probably went on at 8:45, I'm thinking. And we maybe had a 20-minute set. Yeah, so I was probably at work by 10.
Wow. I got to go grab Pepsi. Give me a second.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, Jeannie's sending me another one here.
I was 17.
Hopefully it's a booty pick. Oh, this one. No, I guess we did play the chance before that show. Here. Let me bring this one up. The fuck is it? Oh, I gotta open it.
This one? Bam! Okay.
Oh, this one.
Suicidal.
Now, Mike Muir was a dick.
Was he really?
Yes. Yep. Yep. Wednesday, November 25th. See, I wouldn't be able to play this show tonight. I'd be on Under the Bus Network.
Yeah.
We'd have to cancel the Gizmachi show at the chance.
Is that the day? That's the day before Thanksgiving. It had to be.
Oh shit! You're right. Wow.
Did you have Mike Muir at your house for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, I invited him over. And I'm pretty sure they did a dual set. They did Suicidal, and then they did what's his funk rock or funk metal group?
Oh, the Parliament Funkadelic.
Something Groove.
Yeah. Infectious Grooves.
Infectious. Thank you, Beesman.
You're welcome.
Check this one out, Paul. So I was wrong. Jeannie sent me this one as well. So this was the first time we played the chance, was Suicidal 2 months prior. And Mike Muir was a dick.
Was Robert Trujillo in the band still?
98, sure. No.
I don't know.
No, he was playing with either Black Label
or Ozzy. Yeah, so I was telling Brian they did a dual set that night. They did Suicidal and Infectious Grooves.
Yeah, I saw that show in Boston.
Yeah.
And I've heard that about Muir.
Yep. Sucks too, because I dig a lot of the Suicidal stuff when they were metal, like thrash metal, you know.
Suicidal they were the first band to, first metal band to sort of cross over and do the new metal thing.
Mm-hmm.
Join the Army was pretty much rap rock.
Join the Army.
Jay, were you a big Suicidal fan before?
Somebody gave me a cassette of Lights, Camera, Revolution. And I'm pretty sure I heard Send Me Your Money previously. You know that one, Brian?
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was cool, but obviously it's like a gimmicky kind of like song, a fun whatever. But dude, when I put on You Can't Bring Me Down, when I fucking pushed play on that cassette, I was like, whoa, this is the shit. And I remember like trying to learn like a lot of that song by ear. And who was the guitar player, Paul? What was his name? The black
Rocky
dude with the
George.
Rocky George. Like, cause he was playing like a Universe back then or something. Or something like a Universe or a Gem. And I was like, whoa, look at this this is the shit. I dug Suicidal.
I did too. I have everything up until, I don't think they have a new record out recently. I don't have it, but I have everything up until that. I've got all the Infectious Groove stuff. I've got Psycho Myco stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Wayno just sent a couple flyers your way, Jay.
Where?
From I sent them to you in the chat.
Oh, my bad.
Big Wayno was our drummer.
So Jay, after playing with Suicidal, were you like, fuck that? Like because Mike Muir was a dick?
I don't think so. I don't,
No?
dude. At the time, like we were just so. You know, people have different. Like I watch interviews and like when you read books of like musicians, I'm like, how the fuck do they remember that shit like in detail? Like a lot of it for me was a blur. I don't know if it was just because I just wanted to play music for a living and have it my career so bad where like I couldn't enjoy living in the moment, you know. And again, you know, I was young and stupid and I just figured, oh, this is going to go on forever type of thing. I don't know like what my mindset, I hate using that term because everybody, what was your mindset when you hit that double in the third inning and drove in 2 runs? Like, you know, I hate that fucking question, but I wish I would have stopped and looked around more than I did when we were doing that.
Sure.
You know, I guess that's one regret that I have, you know, because Mike
Well,
Balls
you got to
remembers
tour
so
though,
much.
so that's, you know, being able to tour is another level of that where, you know, you had a lot of nothing to do for 23 hours.
Yeah,
you know,
that is correct.
And having been on the bus, it is not fun.
We only did the bus thing, Paul, for that summer with Ozfest. Other than that, we were in a fucking 15-passenger Ford van, you know, smelling Mike's fucking feet.
Yeah, no, we only toured, you know, around New England. We played, you know, Boston. We'd play Western Massachusetts, New Hampshire, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
We never got a chance to go on the road. So it was, you know,
Still
whatever
playing
night of
music, man.
whatever night of the week it was, we'd get home from the show. It'd be fucking 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. We'd be at work at 8:30 that morning, and then get out at 6 o'clock at night and back in the studio. Yeah.
Look at these young fucks. That might be the first show we played there at the Chance. That's Jimmy on the left, putting our old drummer Anthony in a headlock. Me, Sean, and Gilmore. That's before Balls joined. But yeah, crazy shit, man.
I like this question here. Yeah, what's the most prized piece of memorabilia that you guys own?
My own memorabilia, or
it's whatever.
Well,
your most prized piece of memorabilia, anything.
Paul, you're probably gonna have to sit there and mull it over because you can't decide because you have so much shit.
I mean, I've got platinum albums that I worked that I guess is memorabilia. You know, like I have a platinum album from Kid Rock from fucking 11 million copies.
Is it Ba with the Ba?
It's the Devil Without a Cause record, but I helped work that record from the time it was a demo.
Really?
Till the time, yeah, I got the demo from my buddy John, who was the guy, you know, he was signed by, I think it was Andy Karp. It might have been Jason Flom.
Andy Carson.
It was Jason Flom who signed him.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the demo of the record on a little Maxell, you know, Maxell XL2. And I remember my buddy John going, if this record doesn't go gold, I'm quitting the industry.
Oh,
and
he fucking knew it.
And then a couple of years later, I got a platinum album for 11 million copies.
Man.
So that's, I mean, that's a pretty cool thing to have. There you go. There's our old band playing at the Channel in Boston.
Oh yeah. 8 p.m.
And your ticket was on the flyer.
You got to cut it out like a coupon.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was.
Free tickets.
That's the shit. See, you see something like this, it just brings you right back, right?
And those pictures are in Wayno's pool. His father, they had just had an in-ground pool dug. So before they could fill it in and put the liner in and water in and shit like that, we did the down in the pool pictures. And then of course there's another series of them where we're up on the John Deere tractor pictures. That was when we had a guitar player that looked like a combination of Joey Tempest and Yngwie Malmsteen. His name was Cancer Dave because his name was Dave and he got cancer.
Oh wow.
Yeah. He beat it.
Paul, you're on which side are you on?
I'm all the way on the left. I'm over there with the hair clouded on the side.
You got the Reeboks?
I think I'm cranking some Reeboks there. Reeboks.
Fuck yeah, I got a pair of them shits in the downstairs closet, Finn.
Yep. And the acid wash jeans with the Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt.
Fuck yeah.
Who's
Yeah,
the
it was
guy
on.
rocking the sweatpants right next to you?
Yeah, that's Scotty. Scotty turned out to be I think he went in the military for a while and then became a nurse down in Florida. He's still playing in bands though. He still plays bass in bands. Cancer Dave is dead.
From cancer?
I think a different form of cancer, but not the cancer
Sweet.
that we call him Cancer Dave for.
That's awesome.
And then Wayno's a fireman.
No, Cancer Dave, he didn't die from the cancer that we called him, but he died from a different cancer.
Dave, here's a good story about Dave. Dave was a diabetic.
Oh,
and so Dave would, before shows, because we know we were going to be on stage for an hour, he would take his insulin. So he'd have a needle in his belly when the club owner would walk into the dressing room to tell us what time it was time to go on. So he had a needle in his belly. And I remember one night we had cops show up and go through all of our gear because they thought he was doing heroin.
Man.
Yeah, I hung out with a guy named AIDS Henry back in the day.
AIDS Henry.
Jumbo's Clown Room was in Somerville, Massachusetts.
Well,
But yeah,
was it by Tufts University? Is that why?
Maybe.
Because Tufts
Right before Christmas.
Yeah.
So what year would this have been, Paul? This one?
1991? 91, probably. Yeah, with Iron Rage and Arson, two very original bands.
Iron Raging Boner. And Arthan.
I don't even remember playing this show. I remember going to the show. I remember going there. I remember we left the place to go get beers, I think across the street, but I don't remember playing. I couldn't tell you Jumbo's Clown Room or whatever it was. Couldn't tell you what it was.
Well, I'll say this. Looking at you dudes, I wouldn't have fucked with you.
We weren't small.
So
But-
Somerville is where Tufts University is. I had to check it out.
Yeah. Somerville is it's a suburb of Boston.
Yep.
And then the other one, what was the other one? Was the Channel was in downtown Boston. That was a big club. That was I don't even know. It was a Sunday night. It was a metal night.
Jumbos.
Is the coupon, is that attached to it? The ticket coupon?
There's no tickets to that one. You got to fucking pay at the door. Well, you could tell there was a difference. We didn't have a booking agent on this show. We had a booking agent for the Channel show.
Let's see what it says.
That's how you can tell why we got the tickets together. So it was 18 plus metal night. Did it even say who we were playing with? No, we didn't give a shit.
We didn't give a fuck. No, they were playing with us.
Yeah.
$2.50 with this ticket.
Yes. I think it was $10 or $5 without the ticket.
Who created the shattered logo?
Cancer Dave. That one, and then we ended up changing it. We changed it to a better one because it looked like somebody did it with a crayon.
Old Cancer Dave.
Plus, it looks like Stonehenge on the tees.
Stonehenge. No, we're not gonna fucking do Stonehenge.
Play fucking Stonehenge. Yeah,
too funny,
that was when we were a 4-piece. That wasn't actually the best lineup of the band. The best lineup of the band was when Cancer Dave we kicked Cancer Dave out because Dave Dave liked him underage.
Oh no.
Oh,
so
God.
he was 21 and he was dating a 16-year-old, and we were like, this is probably not a good idea. He was more interested in going and hanging out at a place in Framingham called Fun and Games. It was an arcade.
It was a fucking little jungle gym.
He was more interested in going to study.
He was more concerned with being with an underage girl than he was being with the band. His focus was not where it needed to be.
Well, speaking of focus, I wanted to bring this up. So today I was on Instagram and I saw John Petrucci post a picture of him and John Mayung, their bass player. And at first I was, you know, nowadays, like you see a picture like that pop up of like two people and you're like, uh-oh, who died? You know, like thinking something terrible happened. And so he basically said that they had an agreement when they met and when they became friends and started playing together. Like we both were going to practice 6 hours a day. So before I finish this or get to the rest of the story, I know we don't have a lot of young people watching this show, but if anybody ever wonders what it takes to be great at something, not just playing guitar or playing bass, if you want to be great at something like a virtuoso, or if you think, oh, my kid's going to go pro at this and that, you got to fucking work like 6 hours a day shit. Vi was 8 hours a day, I think, something like that. It's not something that you can just pick up from time. Like, oh, yeah, play for 20 minutes today, play for 20 minutes. Yeah, you'll get all right. You know, you'll be okay playing certain things. But like, as far as like, you got to be obsessed with shit in order to get to that level of like that everybody dreams of being at. You know, Vi, he was talking to was it Billy Corgan, I think? And he said, I could, yeah, he goes, being a virtuoso is easy. I can tell you how to do it. And he goes, you got to fucking put the time in. If you put the time in, you'll be great at whatever you try.
Somebody said it. I think they said it was 100,000 hours or something like that.
10,000 or 100,000 hours of you.
Yeah. Somebody was, I don't know if it was a football player or somebody said, if you want to be great at something, you got to practice 100,000 hours or whatever it is, like a weird number.
Yep. And it's not a joke, but so he said they had an agreement that you got to practice 6 hours a day. So if they showed up to a party like on a Friday or Saturday night and the other one wasn't there, they knew like, oh, he didn't get his practicing in yet. You know, like they had like it was basically a competition, but a commitment, like all this shit. And you're like, damn. You know, you talk about like Connor Bedard, right? He has a story of him going on vacation with his family. And like he'd have to bring his hockey gear. Mm-hmm. Like he did not want to not play for a week or whatever. And you know, it's true for any of that shit. Like I would love to go back and play more than I did.
Oh, agreed. And the same with like talking with Brody. Like you can't, if you want to go to college to play baseball, you can't just be like, I'm going to just practice. Like you have to eat right. You have to work out when you're not playing baseball. And when you're not playing baseball, you need to be playing baseball. Like you have to really want it to, you know, to do it. You can't just fall into it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. But no matter, it doesn't matter though, how much you want it, how good you are. There's also got to be that element of luck. Mm-hmm. You have to be in the right scenario. Now luck, some people will tell you, you make your own luck and you can manifest your own luck, whatever that is. That's bullshit. Sometimes you've got to have someone else has got to believe in you.
Yeah. Right place.
Someone
right
else.
time,
you can't do it.
You know?
You can't do it yourself. Yeah. Whether it's your parents or the rest of your band or a teacher or a coach or whatever it is, there are a lot of people that are responsible for guys being great. Shohei Ohtani didn't get great just being Shohei Ohtani. You know,
he worked his ass off.
You work your ass off, but you've got to get a break. You have to get a break, no matter how talented you are. You have
Tom
to
Brady,
get a break.
Right? If the Jets didn't kill Drew Bledsoe,
Mo Lewis, everybody.
Yeah, Jets fans, thank Mo Lewis for putting you guys in the gutter for fucking 20 years.
Yep. But no, you gotta have a break.
Yep. Yeah. Like stars have to the planets have to line up for all this shit to happen.
I mean, the undeniable are undeniable. You can see, sometimes you see somebody and you go, well, that guy's just got it, you know, but that's great. But just having it means somebody has to have the gate. Somebody's got to be able to open the gate and say, all right, go, run, do your thing. Because if you don't have that, and by the way, the person that has that, the person with the ears, the Jason Floms of the world, or the Kim Stevens of the world, or the Bob Rocks of the world, whoever you want to use for an example, those guys make their name having an ear. That's their gift. That's the thing that they have that nobody else has, is being able to recognize. Look, Frank Zappa recognized Steve Vai when he was 18.
Yeah. Yep. And he put him to the fucking test with a lot of stuff, like challenged him. And Vi was just so into it that it you know, like
He's on the
talked about
spectrum
when
too.
he used to practice. He would just sit there and listen to notes, like just hit a note, and then he would change the angle of the pick to see how it sounded. And then he would play it like just different, like one note. Like he was obsessed that way, and it's like, wow, you know, just being that insane over something. But that's why he's as great as he is.
I can't imagine being that good at anything.
I know, right?
I can't imagine it. Where do you have the time?
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's why, you know, people that get a guitar later in life and they're like, hey, how can Brian, this is probably about 5 or 6 years ago. Did I tell you the time I was getting a guitar delivered from the UPS guy, and he asked me, he's like, hey, you know, I just picked up a guitar recently. You know, and I said, well, do you have any kids? You know? And he's like, yeah, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I don't know if I busted his bubble, but I was like, you know, I was like, you have to like practice all day or all night. Like, it's not something you can just pick up and just expect to be good. And I think that's part of it too. If people just expect like, oh, I'll be good at this. Like, no, you got to fucking bust that ass.
I got screwed because I had good guitar players in the band we were in. And so my musical mind, my ear and everything is way more developed than my dexterity. So I will never be able to hear what I hear in my head come out of my hands. It's just not going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
It just won't. It's not my thing. Now, it was the greatest thing in the world is having great guitar players in your band, because you can hear things and you can just go, all right, that's cool. Now do that twice. Now move up a whole step. Like you can just close your eyes and you can hear it, but you can't make it. It doesn't do this. Like I'm 6'1". I'll never be able to dunk a basketball ever. No matter how much I try, no matter how much I run, no matter how much, I just don't have the
But do you want to though?
No, but my point is there are just certain things. It doesn't matter how much, there are just certain things.
A physical limitation of, you know.
Yeah. Some people, some guys, no matter how much you try playing baseball, no matter how much you try playing hockey, no matter how much you try playing guitar, it might not be for you. Yeah. And that's okay. Be happy with it.
Yeah.
Great.
But it sucks. It's interesting. Yeah. Do kids still play instruments? It was weird. I think we all did when we were kids. That's the reason why I ended up singing, is because I couldn't afford guitars. I was poor. So I couldn't buy guitars. I couldn't buy drums. Didn't have any money.
Let me ask you guys a question. So, Paul, when you were in high school, I don't know how big your high school was or whatever, but how many bands would you just guess and say were in your school when you were fucking in there?
Not my school. There was a couple in my school, but my girlfriend's school, it seems like everybody had a band. My high school girlfriend's school, she went to a high school in a place called Newton, which is where Bill Burrs is from and where Louis C.K. is from, Matt LeBlanc. Those guys all went to that high school. So there were a lot of performers that, went to this high school, but it seemed like everybody had a band at their school. My school, it was more jocks.
Brian,
everybody wrestled.
What about Brody, for instance? Like, are there any bands in high school anymore?
Like bands, like a Gizmachi type of thing?
No, not like a Giz. What do you mean, like a Giz? No, just like a group of people together playing music, like in a band.
Like school, like a school band. Yeah.
No, a fucking band.
Like four guys that go to. Does Brody go to high school with anybody who's got their own band?
I don't know. He's never said. I've never asked him.
Okay.
It's good parenting.
So I was talking to Shay from Colonels about this shit. I hope he's listening. And we were talking about like when we were in high school, like we had a battle of the fucking bands. That's how many bands we had in NFA. And I know NFA from Newburgh, New York. It's a pretty large high school, so of course there's going to be more of whatever. But I think he asked one of his sons, and he was like, "There's no bands. Like nobody plays fucking instruments. Like, it sucks.
My high
'Cause there's
school
no
girlfriend
rock stars
had a
anymore.
talent show.
Yeah, we had a talent show too. Yep.
We didn't have a talent show.
You didn't? No, we had a talent show. Yep. We were like the only white people that the white people that were in the whole fucking talent show at NFA.
This is dead on.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Look, influencing is not a skill. It's not like that's the thing. It's you can be an influencer, but you don't have to practice to do that. You have to work hard to get your followers, whatever your followers are, but that's not a skill.
And you have to have some kind of, whether it be charisma or just something about you that engaging that makes people want to watch.
Huge jubblies.
Yeah, yeah. Or if you're a chick with huge knockers, you don't have to have any fucking, whatever.
Then they're like,
that's not something you have to practice at. It's not
No,
like
exactly.
Yeah, like there's zero skill to that.
But
now I know we do a weekly show. But I would never, ever tell anybody either A, I'm a YouTuber or I'm an influencer. Like, that is just not anything I would ever, even if like people found out or knew that I had a YouTube show, that I was a part of a YouTube show and did like a weekly show, I would never ever even consider saying I'm a YouTuber. Maybe it's just that we do this for fun. Maybe that's why. Like, I don't look at it as like a job or something. I don't want to say I don't take seriously, because I do, but I don't know. I just think that's a weird thing. But I guess that's the norm now, right?
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, Johnny Bean is a YouTuber.
Well, everybody has been telling me since I lost my job, you should do a podcast. You should do a podcast, as if it's just that easy. It's not. No, it's not. Not if you want to do that for a living.
Sure. Can you do a podcast? Yeah. Can you be successful? I don't know. It's hard. And also,
the great thing about
luck.
The great thing about the internet is that anybody can do this. The worst thing about the internet is that everybody does this.
Yeah, you're right.
And it's, if you're doing it for fun and you're just having fun with it, that's great. But if like you legitimately wanted to do, get a bunch of followers.
Well, you can say whatever you want to say. You're not going to hurt our feelings. Don't worry.
No. I'm saying if you wanted to do this for a living, you guys you'd have to script out the show. You'd have to it would become work.
Yes.
And then you'd have to dedicate more than 2 hours a night doing it. You'd have to, don't get me wrong. Whoever makes the graphics, they're putting the time in making the graphics, and that's fun. But you wouldn't be able to swear. You wouldn't be able to use clips of audio. All the stuff that you do on the show. Yeah. You wouldn't be able to get away with half of that.
I know.
Paul's face is the best in this.
No, I was like, I'm going to use his real fucking picture for this one. Just works.
Just smirking.
Just smirking. Love it.
So,
but it's a lot of work.
Yep.
To do it professionally.
We have. So, and I've said this before to those guys, like if we were in our 20s or something, didn't have any kids, didn't have families, like obviously that's a whole different ball game. But, listen, it would be great to actually have 45,000 people watching us right now, or even 450.
Yeah.
But like you said, Paul, and what you hinted at, like the content on this channel is obviously not going to cut through on YouTube. We're not young dudes, with like that are hip with the fucking young generation. That's going against us. We don't have a chick on here with, like Brian says, huge jubblies. You know what I mean? So, but again, I'm having fun with my friends. So
that's exactly why we do.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's not easy to just throw something together. And yeah, content, stream of consciousness, bullshitting and stuff like this every week. Yeah, that's easy to do. But you get the same group of people that are listening and watching every week. And it's like everybody's get together. They have a get together, and that's great. So we're not taking it seriously. But if you wanted to monetize it and do all the nonsense, yeah, maybe. Maybe I could be an influencer, but that just sounds like a lot of work.
Black Salami's digging it.
Yeah, and that's there you go. See, you guys got sponsors.
Yeah, we're doing a great job.
Well, I mean, I don't know if this should be said, but like, it's not like we get a check or anything. You know what I mean?
Right. We don't.
But getting some. Well, we don't want one either. Nope. That's not why we never none of that shit. It was just like, hey, you're helping out. Like, obviously, Lewis is fucking a great dude. Makes great shit.
Yep.
Colonel's Popcorn's the best, and Shay is one of my favorite people. And fucking Rob from Tessie Switch. Like, we just want to help, even if one person buys their shit a year by watching our show.
That's a win.
That feels good.
Yeah.
Now, like, again, if we had 45,000 watching, that'd be a different story. We'd be getting fucking paid. But
look at that. Look at our channel membership.
Well, I think we've had some drop-offs, haven't we, last few weeks? I don't know if Kurt's updated everything.
I think this is the updated one.
It's funny. I got a friend of mine says to me, "Hey, did you start a Patreon yet?" I'm like, "For what?"
Yeah, see, this is getting a little light.
I don't even have a thing. Why would I need a Patreon? I need a job.
Well, Paul, do you remember when bands started doing Patreon, and that was like a slippery slope at first? Like, fans were like, "You motherfuckers," and
I still think that charging for a meet and greet is bullshit.
Yeah, well, especially the way some of them do them.
I think charging for a meet and greet is nonsense. I can see charging for a VIP package where people get upfront, excellent, sound check party, that type of deal, and an autograph type deal. But a meet and greet where you get, look, dude, you work your entire ass off. Those people paid their money to come see you. If you have to sit behind a table for 15 minutes after the show or half an hour after the show, be thankful for that. I never understood charging for a meet and greet. And clearly the first guys to do it that I remember doing it were Kiss. And I was.
How do you think Gene Simmons approached the idea to the rest of to Paul Stanley?
Listen, I have this idea. We can make lots and lots of money.
Paul, that's fucking perfect.
That's great.
They said, "Will people pay for this?" And Gene said, "Yeah." We want your money.
Too good, man. Too good.
Jay, do we have a final segment for tonight?
No. No, you know why?
No, Kurt?
I knew that this would go up against the end of the show, and we wouldn't need any fucking extra bullshit.
No Kurt, no shirt, no service. We'll have Kurt back next week, so it'll be great.
Paul, I didn't get any videos together, so we're good.
All right.
Good.
Thank you to our channel member, the time when we first met. Girl,
on the phone, you and me. What about us, girl?
Members, get your fucking names in green. And the patrons, we haven't done shit for you. We've dropped the ball. But we're gonna do something awesome soon, I promise.
Are we? I thought we did something awesome tonight.
Yeah, minus the show. No, Warlag is gone from under the bus. I haven't seen Warlag in 2 years. I hope he's all right. Hope he's not like Nelson Rodriguez.
Let's start reading the people that drop off instead of the actual people.
Yeah, Leo Sapko is gone. Warlag is gone. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, we love you. We love you all. Randall, all day, all night. False flag.
False flag.
Jimmy G.
All right.
Patty and the Ron. Everyone have a great rest of the week.
Yeah, Beesman, you said that in January, and here we are tax day, and we still haven't done shit for them.
It's been busy, man. Having businesses fucking and kids and Jay.
And diarrhea.
It's just fucking unbelievable.
Oh, Randy, that's nice of you, dude.
Yeah.
Oh.
Love you guys.
Oh,
That's right. Fuck the IRS.
Working on a shirt.
Are you?
Yeah.
Beesman, did you still have that all black UTB hat?
I do.
The extra one?
Mhm.
Next time you send somebody to the post office, can you
Yeah, send me $15. I'll send you one.
all right. Put the blue Yeti back in there. No, I'm joking.
Sounds good.
Send it to Ellie so she doesn't have to make shirts.
Oh.
I don't know if I have a size that small. We'll see.
She can sleep in it.
Yeah, true.
There you go.
There you go. Good deal. Everyone have a great rest of the week. Thank you again for tuning in. Fun show. Paul, you're the man.
Thanks for having me again.
Oh, absolutely. Jay.
Well, you're stuck with us until you got something better going on. I'm pretty sure by this point, right? It's up to you. Though, dude.
It's funny. I've got some friends of mine. They're like, "Hey, are you doing that show this week?" I'm like, "Probably." What else have I have to do from 6 to 9 on a Wednesday night?
That's right. Well, we'll send you the links until you don't respond.
If I get a job and I can still do it, I will. It's just that they own me when I work for a radio station. They own you. They own your likeness, and they're a bitch about it sometimes.
All right. Well, everybody, yeah. See, Randy's just here for you.
Thanks.
I think me and Beesman are too.
Thanks. I appreciate you guys.
So, all right, everybody, have a great whatever the hell is going on. I got to go to a fucking wedding this weekend. God damn.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Bring a nice jacket.
Yeah, please. Wear Kurt's suit.
I'm gonna make sure the chair I'm sitting on does not have the back to it. I'm gonna be sitting on a bar stool.
No, have Jeannie put her jacket on it. No, she can mark it.
Take off your pants and jacket. All right.
Bitch.